people are looking at this as a way to reduce staff, I think they're looking at this in the wrong manner. I think this is a way to augment your staff, to take what used to be your entry-level 1 technician and really get that person to a level 2 in a much faster way than had ever been done in the past. And now with that, we can bring solutions to more clients in a faster manner because we're augmenting our technician staff with AI.
Now with AI, again, I talk to a lot of professionals, a lot of entrepreneurs, and they feel that this is another scary time where there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of opportunity at the same time.
Now, clients can actually get an actual tech working directly on their issues much quicker. From an MSP perspective, our tech team is going to be utilized a lot more efficiently because all that indirect stuff will be handled by AI, and we can actually have them looking directly on client-facing issues.
Welcome to AI by Design podcast. Brings MSP leaders into real, unscripted conversations about innovation that actually works. Hosted by Sunny Kaila, it's focused on turning AI into measurable business impact.
Hi, Ed. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sunny. How are you?
Good. I appreciate you as my collaboration. You are a great partner. You are a great collaborator. And I think world is a better place when people have good mindset alignment, good values alignment, and we show up to serve the world. And you coming to build it, joining our AI accelerator programs as well. And there's a lot of gratitude I have for you, my friend.
Well, that's certainly reciprocal. And I can't thank you, your team, your approach to things, both by you and your team. I can't thank you enough. The sort of knowledge that you look to bring to other MSPs, and as you point out, to the world, is really great. So I appreciate the partnership and the collaboration that we've built to this point and look forward to more.
Thank you. So Ed, let's start with your entrepreneurial journey. So tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey so far.
Sure. No, it's been great. It started a little under 10 years ago when I started this journey. I came out of engineering school and I was working for big corporate America like a lot of others. But there was always this burning desire, this little itch that I had with the support and partnership of my wife. A little under 10 years ago, we decided that it was the right time to embark on an entrepreneurial journey. We looked many different routes upon which we wanted to possibly build a company and build our future. After a lot of searching, we came to the point where, building an MSP was the right place and the right thing for us. And we started down that road. We got in with CMIT Solutions, which is actually a franchise, one of the nation's largest outsourced IT providers, MSPs out there. We got in the Cleveland area with them, and it's been quite a journey. You can imagine this, a couple years into it, boom, all of a sudden COVID hits, and that was quite a transformation. You build a lot of things when you look at your entrepreneurship and some of the things you can bring to market. You look at all these different pro formas and everything. Global pandemic isn't one of them that you look at on the economic sheet. So that threw a little bit of a monkey wrench, but you deal with those things as an entrepreneur and you move on. So we shifted, we changed a few things, and we've been successful.
Yeah, congratulations. And I think there are some crazy numbers out there by SBA that what percentage of entrepreneurs where they start and like the percentage of people that are successful for the first year, then 5 years, it's just like very tiny percentage out of the total people that they start. So you having this decade of your journey and staying unemployed right now, what I mean by is staying as an entrepreneur, because we entrepreneurs become unemployed.
Right, yes, exactly.
Including me.
Yes.
So that's a blessing when that's your passion, that's what you want to do. And you being able to make it where I think it's like 90% of the small businesses that start and they fail. And we are in the top 10%.
Congratulations to you as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you talked about COVID, and I mean, that was scary time. And I know being surrounded by good community, good mindsets was really important. And because staying positive, staying productive, and staying present during scary times is important. And then having that community around you is important as well. I know that with CMIT type of platform behind you, where kind of you get a lot of other thinkers and experienced people, where you have access to, where kind of that room that you're part of.
A great deal of collaboration amongst the network for sure. And that was definitely very helpful. Absolutely.
Surrounding yourself with the right people is very important. And it seems like within CMIT, you feel that you're surrounded with the right people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And now, so when we talk about scary time, and just like COVID, it has a different meaning. And now with AI, again, I talk to a lot of professionals, a lot of entrepreneurs, and they feel that this is another scary time where there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of opportunity at the same time. So let's talk about that. How are you thinking about this AI era? How are you thinking about its impact on MSPs and your customers?
It's definitely challenging, but exciting, kind of all, at least that's what I find. It is a little bit of what I like to call the wild, wild west out there. And so with that, I think the MSP market can really help to kind of create a little bit of guardrails for the market. You know, I think when it comes to AI and MSPs, you know, it is shifting. I think things like speed to resolution, you know, the security that's going to be needed out there in the AI world. The MSP model has always been a consultative approach, but I think now more so than ever, the SMBs market is really looking to kind of towards the MSP to say, you know, how can you help me? There's a lot of things going on and they just need a good collaborator for themselves, a good consultative approach to the market so that they can understand kind of where things are going, how to use this AI technology, the shift that's happening, the paradigm shift that's happening, and what it can mean to their business. So I think those are three main areas, you know, kind of speed to resolution, a consultative approach, and the security of data, you know, in today's world that I think are really shifting a great deal.
Yeah. So can you double click on that a little bit in terms of service delivery and client expectations, right? So how do you see AI transforming the role of MSPs especially when it comes to that service delivery side of the things and the client expectations side of the things?
I look at it from a team perspective. Certainly we have our team of technicians, right? So you've got your, what I call the indirect, and then you've got your direct client support issues. AI being a way to really contribute where our technicians are really direct to client support a lot more than they have been in the past. There are things like what I call indirect support. You know, they're checking things on the background, are backups occurring, you know, are endpoints actually connected like they should be? Are we, you know, all the endpoints that we're supposed to be connecting to and protecting, are we protecting those? Your tech team as an MSP had to do a lot of that indirect work, what I call directly or manually. Now with AI, a lot of that stuff can be automated. A lot of that stuff can be off of their plates. I think where AI is going is all of that stuff is going to just be resolved by AI in the background. So what does that mean? Now, clients can actually get an actual tech working directly on their issues much quicker. From an MSP perspective, you know, our tech team is going to be utilized a lot more efficiently because all that indirect stuff will be handled by AI and we can actually have them looking directly on client-facing issues.
100% aligned there that the role here will be as builders, because world right now is looking for experts where they can build AI for them, because people have been hearing this a lot in the conferences, I don't see any CEO, I don't meet any CEO where they are not talking about this. Like as a SMB or enterprise level, everyone is thinking what it means for my business, what it means for my team, and how can you as a technology expert help me? How can you as a technology solution provider help me? And they are basically reaching out to their technology solution providers in terms of getting that help. And they want them to build AI for them. They want them to help them understand as a thought partner that what it means for their business, what it means in terms of their business outcomes and the roadmap. So this is where MSPs have a great opportunity to take that role as a builder. Because
correct. And the way I see it too, once again, there's two sides to this. So as a direct, MSP, I mean, I look at it, if people are looking at this as a way to reduce staff, I think they're looking at this in the wrong manner. I think this is a way to augment your staff, to take what used to be your entry level one technician and really get that person to a level two in a much faster way than had ever been done in the past. And now with that, we can bring solutions to more clients in a faster manner because we're augmenting our technician staff with AI, and once again, getting them to raise, or what I call maximize, their potential in a shorter period of time, and getting them to where they can really impact client. And once again, then getting to the consultative stage, getting to the point where we can add that support that the clients are looking for in this, in this AI world.
There is a lot of thinking being shared that is going to have impact on jobs. Job is at risk, but we are thinking about as a group that we get together every week. This is where you get the biggest opportunity to multiply your impact, as you mentioned. So it's about enabling your team members with AI tools so they can maximize their impact. They can 10x their impact. So it's about maximizing your value creation for the customer, for the world. And it's not a replacement of that seat. It's about empowerment of that seat, where that seat is empowered with AI thinking and tools, where they can impact 10x. The value creation is 10x, and that's where your success being the byproduct of value creation. Basically, everyone is succeeding if they have that mental method, or the mindset is that I'm going to master AI to multiply my impact.
And you can imagine saying, we see a wide range of different client needs out there. I mean, in the SMB market, that can be 20 employees, that could be 500 employees, and within that range, it really is a wide spectrum of needs and curiosity and what they can do with AI, in their company. So, you can imagine we see things today where they've got maybe just a few employees that are utilizing maybe chat, maybe some other tool. It's not a tool that is really controlled by the company. You've got that all the way up to division within one of our companies that are maybe a couple hundred employees. Maybe a division is using it, trying to figure out how to maximize their potential with it, and everywhere in between. So, when we take a look at it, I know I hit upon it earlier, security is one thing that is, I think, something that all businesses need to consider right away. When you go back about 7 years ago or so, maybe a little bit more, where, there was a quantum security leap in terms of bringing EDR or MDR, depending on how you look at it, to the marketplace. I see that same kind of quantum, but even greater quantum leap when it comes to AI. What information are you putting out there? What kind of guardrails are you as a company, protecting your data with, as you allow, for lack of better terms, your employees to utilize all of these wonderful tools that are out there? But, you've also got a lot of data concerns that you need to protect. So do you have an acceptable use policy as a company? Do you have a set of tools that, you've got the paid version as a company, you've got user credentials as a company, so you can kind of help to secure the data as much as possible. If you're utilizing maybe a selective group of tools, let's just use, chat for conversational purposes here. If you're using ChatGPT, fine, you're allowing your users to use that, but are you also saying they can only put certain information in there? Are you, forbidding things like PHI and all of that kind of information? That can be something that a company today can start to look at and understand. And granted, that's more language rather than a technology tool, but really having that acceptable use policy, I think, is a great starting point for a lot of companies out there today.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you for watching the AI by Design podcast. Stay tuned for more conversations at the intersection of AI, leadership, and innovation. Follow us on our channels, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.